outside of the obvious, the turnovers, what else is you looking at? Okay, this needs to be better, or you looked at it and said this was better.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Honestly, it's anytime you put a scoreboard on a competition, that's what everyone looks at. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think some of the positives were did rebound better than in Utah. We kept them off the free throw line, which has been something we've talked about. Started off better first quarter, and then obviously at half. Yeah, turnovers got us. And I think it was just general, not only turnovers. I think immediately after the game, you thought it was just the live ball turnovers, their steals, but I think some of it was after a defensive rebound. They got a defensive rebound and they pushed it, kind of like the end of the game. We didn't get back. We didn't get matched up fast enough. And Ja had a little space. That was repetitive last night. So some of those things we corrected in film today. Offensively, we got to play faster. We have got to action faster. We have got more transition attempts the last two games. We need to play in an open court more, and then just continue to improve our pick and roll game.
Where is Jalen and Billy right now in terms of playing tomorrow?
I was going to start with that one. Yeah, just no. I knew you were going to ask, so I was going to try to beat you to it. But we're both going to say both of them are day to day. Continue to make progress, continue to take steps. Again, with soft tissue, you just don't know exactly where it is. They do their work, then we reassess, and that's where we're at.
What were they able to do today?
So today was more off court for both of them. Actually, it kind of lines up with our game days. Yesterday was a bigger day than what today was. They're still doing work in the weight room and actually in the pool, so I'm still able to get some type of workout in.
When you watched the last bucket back for Ja in transition, it seems like it could have just been one of those bang-bang plays with Grayson and Royce, or is there an improvement point
Exactly.
for you there?
That's where it was. I think a little bit of everything. Like, we obviously go to the offensive glass a certain way. Colin was right there on the ball. Then after that initial pass, like, we could have been a little bit better. We could have been a little bit better on Ja before he even caught the ball. And then when he caught it, there was a little indecision there. So it was just one clip on the edit to where we had multiple transition breakdowns. We have to have an urgency to get back and have to have a mindset that we know in space is hard to guard, especially him, and we can be better. So it's not just a one-game thing. That's been a multiple-game thing.
Like you were talking about last night, defense was pretty solid. I'm sure watching it back, you felt that way even more with all the turnovers and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think defensive rating backed it up. Take out the turnovers, make them play against a set defense. It's pretty good overall. Again, the glass, the free throw line. If we can clean up the transition, again, take away the easy ones. So that'll be the goal again tomorrow night.
Free throws were like way up coming into the game, and then there were a combined 4 at halftime. How are you juggling that as a head coach right now, trying to figure out where the whistle's at?
Definitely. Definitely. It's a different spot for me to stand too on the sideline. So I'll say, it's just different. As you progress through your coaching career, you're like behind the bench. You have a video in front of the bench. You have some people blocking you. They're now standing up. But the guys know when they get fouled. Like they're not. We don't over exaggerate. We don't flop. Like, we know when we get fouled. So but we have to adjust. Whatever the game is being called, it was both ways last night. Not very many free throws. We had 0 at halftime. So we have to find a way to quickly adjust and move on to the next play.
With how good Grayson and Colin have been playing recently, has there been any deliberation on your part as to Jalen Green's role? Is he going to start right away? Or?
No, there's no deliberation. We want everyone to play well, so it's good to see those guys play well.
We're just kind of wondering your thoughts on the NBA Cup with that first game coming up tomorrow.
It's a different energy. I mean, this is year 3. Year 1, I was in LA. We were able to win it, so it's a different energy, a different intensity. The metrics back that up. Our guys talked about it today, and it's awesome. Like, on TV, you get to see the different courts. You know it's a cup game. I think it's great for the fans. It's great for the league. I'm excited to get it kicked off tomorrow night.
Within the team, is there a sense of pride, like, hey, we want to start off on a good foot
Yeah,
tonight?
I think because it's a cup game, but because it's the next game, you want to get back out there, especially the way the last 2 games we've been so close, and we talked about the energy of we're 1-4, but easily could be 3-2, and just that affects everyone. So came in, got to work, tried to get better today. We'll get better tomorrow at shoot around, go out and get back after it.
You look at Grayson, he's gotten a lot of paint touches. Did you know he was that level of just kind of ability to drive and get downhill and kind of get the blender going for you all?
I think yes, part of it is yes. Part of it is out of necessity at times at this point. But I remember him, especially 2 years ago, playing out of closeouts. He shoots it so well, so how he plays out of closeouts. Saw some in the summer for sure. He's coming in great shape. Like he was one of his goals early in the summer, and he came in awesome shape. He showed some of that this summer, and I really thought in the second half he was the one that got there first, and most often it really kind of helped us get some type of paint. We're talking about paint pressure, like how do we get paint pressure, and when he was able to drive it, I just saw some of it, but we're going to keep continuing to allow him to be aggressive, get in the paint, and then that's where some of our turnovers come. Like you get in the paint, now you got to make the right decision. So there's a responsibility that comes with it, and he's learning, like because it is a slightly different spot for him to be in, and we're learning where he likes to get to and how he likes to get there. But overall, very pleased with him, his ability to get there.
With Mark, that was probably some of the best defensive tape we've seen from him in the league so far. It's like passing lanes, and except for him using his hands in that kind of way with the wingspan, 'cause he was everywhere last night.
Both, yeah, like the passing lanes and the pick and roll. He switched out a couple times. He has shown that ability to switch out and be on the perimeter. We just have to be cognizant of if our 7'1" guy's on the perimeter, what that does on our backside. So picking and choosing those spots, but yeah, I just told him like he just continues to raise the bar. Like that's your standard right now. You just did it back-to-back games. Now you got to do it again. That's NBA high-level basketball, and yeah, we feel really good with where he's at early in the season without playing any preseason and not much practice time. So it's a really good sight to see.
You talked about your different vantage point on the sideline now. I only saw it the first game, like in warm-ups, 90 minutes before the game that you're out on the court, and I feel like I don't see many of the head coaches do that. Is that something you've continued to do, and what makes you want to be out
I've
there?
continued, but my time before the game has probably shrunk, so with everything else that's going on. But I have tried to step out there. That was something I thought about this summer. I've seen some of the other younger coaches do it. Obviously, Coach Carlisle does it. I think Jordy will for sure. Darvin did it in LA. Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's a competition. It's an environment. Everyone gets energy from it. We're going to be prepared, and that time leading up to the game is like a part of being in an event and being in the NBA. And I think it's interactions with the other staff members in our organization, maybe possibly from the other team, but also our players. And I want to continue to do it. I hope you can hold me to it, that I can get out there. But it is something I made a conscious effort to try to do. I just hope I can continue it.
What are the progress points for Kaman and Rashir in terms of like getting to playing time? What are the things you're evaluating as a coach on a day-to-day basis when like elaborating like, okay, they're ready for the minutes?
It's going to be strength. I mean, strength is a big piece to it all. They're going to get their reps. This is the NBA. Like, it's going to happen. Like, whether it's the next game or in 2 weeks or in a month, they're going to get a chance. We want their time on the court when they're in their stay-ready games to matter. And they're going to have eyes on them in their stay-ready games. We're going to coach it like it's a high-level training camp, early season practice. So every rep matters for those guys. They may not be playing in the game that you guys see, but they're playing in the game the day after, and that means something. So we're going to constantly be evaluating them in any scenario that we can see it, even if we don't have the data to help us, because just the sample size would be so low.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Keep an eye on